What's up everyone, Lethal Concept here, and today we're going to do the A to Z playthrough for the Human Adept. Now for my Human Adept, I do only have a rank 1 in pool. Another version you could run is with Radius and Exposed. However, I didn't choose to opt for this way, and the reason I didn't is because Singularity allows you to do combos and deal a lot more damage, especially with exploding Singularity on armored targets. So for pool, it only really affects unshielded and normal red health enemies, and if they're floating, they're pretty much easy targets, so you don't really need the defense debuff, whereas the recharge and the option to do a bit of damage when you release Singularity makes it more beneficial for me. So here I obviously have Radius, Recharge and Exploding. Shockwave I have Radius, Recharge and Lifting. Offensive, I have Power Efficiency, Expose, and Biotic Warrior. Now, if the reason I choose Biotic Warrior over Biotic Expert is because with the plus 15% weapon damage bonus, it really comes into play when you're using Hurricane. So that really shreds stuff really fast, especially when you start using powers as well. Also with Barrier, I've got my traditional barrier set up for caster classes. As much shields as you can when you use your abilities, and obviously saving barrier. So we're going to jump into a match. I'm going to replug and unplug my mic right now, so just give me a second. Okay, it seems we don't have anyone actually finding a match, so what I'm going to do is, obviously with this class you're going to use Disruptor Ammo. Hurricane with Disruptor Ammo means you have another optional way to prime and detonate combos. So for obviously unshielded and maybe tougher, or for everything that's like on the weaker side for armored units, you'd obviously use Disruptor Ammo primings to stun them. For everything that's weaker, you obviously use Singularity into Shockwave. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut the video here, and I'll see you when we get into a match. So here we have finally found a match. However, it's a sniper rifle skirmish, which may mean that, well, it means that my Hurricane doesn't deal as much damage. However, that's not the big factor, because you're using the Hurricane with Disruptor Ammo mainly to have a second way to prime on armored targets and shielded targets, because they don't get really CC'd as much. They don't float from Singularity. Wait, these guys, okay, it's not flashing, so these guys can't hear me. So it's fine for that. I am going to stick with the Hurricane, even though a sniper rifle is better, because I'll be playing more as the CC role, where we have a kind of tanky character and also a proper infiltrator for damage. So we should be good for that. Now, if you see, I'm running thermal clip storage, and I really advocate for thermal clip capacity or storage, or the equipment that gives 75% extra reserve ammo. If you actually have a look, I'll have about 436, and that's actually with thermal clip storage. Without it, it'll be about 200, and it'll just be gone within like 2 to 3 full rounds of a Hurricane burst. So I'm just here testing the lag. I always jump up and down and see if my character is able to jump fully. If he can, that means I have a good connection. He was 3 bar, which is why I went ahead, even though it was a sniper rifle skirmish. So here I'm using my abilities in tandem. I'm actually sticking with my tank and also checking around corners. I didn't want to put the Shockwave there, but however it did pick up this ADAR, which means it's not terrible, it's worth it. Checking my sides. Whoa, bit of a clip there. Goodbye. Is he coming back up? Okay, there's a sharpshooter there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here and have cover from that sharpshooter, and obviously on the side, because I know there was enemies coming from the side. That sharpshooter is still aiming at me. So I'm going to try and time pulls that he actually gets pulled when his shields get dropped from my Vanguard. However, I mistimed it, which is fine. And you can see with all this recharge that I'm actually still able to use pull very often. I'm pre-frying so that when that sharpshooter comes out, I should be able to hit him. And then detonate the pet combo, which lifts him up for a mythic shockwave, which allows us to CC him for easy kills. Now I am kind of running, I'm trying to draw a fine line of where I am, where I'm in front of my sniper, but also still within range of my vanguard. This is so I could support both of them if I need to. But it's more of a personal preference if you want to play a bit more safer. I'm comfortable with playing a bit more aggro since we actually have a vanguard, but I also want to try and help both characters or both allies as much as possible. And thankfully our vanguard does notice that we have a berserker, so he came up to help us and now got us covered with singularity here, which I'm just going to opt to double detonate with singularity. And thanks to my... I'm just going to pull him a bit closer. Okay, never mind. But yes, as I was saying, thanks to my recharge, my shockwave came off cooldown so fast that I could actually use it comfortably on any detonation and still have it up for the next one. He's down by a pariah, which means... oh, that's not good. I'm going to try and detonate that so that I could actually cause a stagger and cause him to get staggered, so that I can actually res safely on my sniper. Sorry if I'm talking a bit fast. I didn't kill him because of the sniper rifle skirmish, but that's fine. Oh damn, I missed the, I'm gonna shoot on the edge so it breaks it without hitting me. I didn't hit the pariah with a singularity. But that's fine, we still strip shield. Might as well kill him without actually using full. But yeah, this allows us to easily take care of him. I think he's going for ammo. Oh no, he's going for that one. Because you can see that I CC the enemy and it's very easy to kill, so he's helping out the sniper, which is fine for me. So using your hurricane with disruptor ammo and then using shockwaves mean they get CC'd, and by the time they're prime, the shockwave will do enough damage to their shields that they'll get lifted up as well, if they're shielded with red health. If they're armored, then you just get that sweet detonation off them. Oh, that's not good. I'll get out of there, my friend. Just jump down. Break the singularity, which actually killed a dog, so that's nice. I think he doesn't know this. It's a... or he's just, because he is an infiltrator, which means he can get out of those situations very easily. Let's do a bit of detonation there. Oh, that's me. Ooh, that was close. Wait, I'm gonna pre-use that because I didn't want to use pull. Actually opted to shockwave because that would hit both the... ooh, that was... gonna use shockwave there and try and... or we all went down. So, we all actually got up. As you can see, he's staggered and now he's stunned. That's the kind of reason why it's very good to have double dipping powers or combos. Because it allows you to do a lot of stagger, a lot of CC. That should... there's another dog here. That should stun him before he's able to hit me, which is fine. And as you can see, with that thermal capacity, I've been in that time without having to actually pick up any ammo, and it's almost out now, so it's very useful for Hurricane or weapons that use a lot of fire, that fire a lot and use up a lot of ammo. They work really well with a thermal clip storage or armored compartments if you have a power cell, which I don't. I can see a couple of red dots. So here, that will lift him up. And I'm just going to regroup with my team again. That's my Vanguard.
I'm reading a flat line. Stay in cover.
I think my shockwave should be able to reach my singularity, which is why I did that. I'm in a very awkward spot, so I'm going to try and jump all the way around. Jump here, and see if I res my teammate on the ground. I'm pressing.
Don't die.
Uh-oh, this is bad. So I waited for... So what I did is, I actually waited for that... Waited for the Hydra to actually shoot before actually jumping out of there, because if I just jumped out of there... Oh, come on, please don't click me on that. Because if I jumped out while that Hydra was aiming, I would have just been hit when I was actually jumping out, and the Hydra would have one-shot me. Missed my combo, so I'll have to use pull. And then my shockwave was already up again, thanks to the recharge that you have. Regroup with the team. Stun this, and then use tech combo. Ow. That's not good. Try and stun him before he can hit my teammate. So if you notice, I'm actually hitting the edge of the prize shield, and this means that it doesn't actually direct onto me, it just shoots outwards because you're aiming at the edge. If you aim at the middle, it will direct right back onto you, and with a Hurricane, you'll just drop. That was a nice shot from that sniper. It was a very nice shot, but then again, that Raider was standing still, so... Obviously, you have to keep in mind, this is sniper rifle skirmish, so I am doing a lot weaker damage. Excuse me while I burp. But we're getting through this. We are doing a lot, I hope. Also, it helps to have a decent connection, you know? You really rely on hitting those CC effects. So if a lot of character models are on the ground, then you're obviously not going to be able to hit them because they'll just stand in the way. So here I am just going to try and break this missile system. Which is why I'm really not paying attention to everything else, because that can be a world of hurt for my team. So while that was all CC'd, I am going to flip around. Gonna prime him, and well, by him I mean Hydra is what I really should say. So I'm here, I'm not shooting because these guys have a lot of firepower, so I'm just checking to see where enemies are. This is gonna hurt. So I'm just gonna... Didn't actually get the detonation off, but it's another CC, lift and pull together, so it allows me to finish that ally or the enemy off easily. If I'm not making a lot of sense with my words, it's because trying to talk and concentrate on gameplay with a very CC heavy class, whew, it's a struggle for me. No. I'll let a sniper deal with that while I go grab ammo.
Enemies clear.
Oh wait, I'll refill now because it's the end of the way. So if you've seen with most of my previous ATZs, I do 2 videos because the first one's usually laggy, just checking to see they can't hear me. But yeah, this one's not laggy. However, I might as well just go with the traditional 2 that I have. I used Shockwave there because I felt... I used Shockwave and not Singularity because I wanted Singularity over for here, which may be more useful. I'm going to see if this guy can res me, because there was a sniper on the side. This is bad. We don't have a lot of cover. Don't mind that Singularity. Don't mind that pull. It was a pretty weak pull, I'll admit. Oh, that's bad. I am going to try and jump up here. The Berserkers should be either on the bottom or right here. They're coming around. Obviously using CC to hit as many enemies as possible. And now it's... I thought my Singularity which was on cooldown, which is why I accidentally casted that second one. And I can't... I'm pressing it, if you can see, I'm actually pressing it, but I can't detonate it. Kill the dog though. Damn. Gonna heal here. There's something shooting behind me.
3 more to go.
There we go. Now we can break our Singularity. It was a bit rough. But we managed to do it. If you're wondering why I'm not playing a full biotic damage video, if you go to my ultimate compilation where I've done my testing videos and I've done a full damage biotic human adept, I didn't like the damage at all, so I went back to my recharge, use as abilities as much as possible and CC everything. Playstyle. I used my Singularity there because I saw there was a dog and I thought that dog was gonna charge us, but apparently not. Leave that Singularity there for my teammates to do as much as possible. I didn't get that tech on board, which is weird. I thought I'd be able to get that tech detonation off, but I can get it off there. That was a mistake. Although we should still be able to hit a lot of them with Singularity. I should have. That was my bad. I really should have kept my Singularity there and then have a biotic detonation, but I derped. Shockwave didn't reach. That will stun everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit all the way around and regroup my teammates on the top. I know you can jump on this because I've seen enemies do this. I know you can jump on top. Don't do this to me, game. And here we get a very good vantage point of everything that's going below.
Squad member down.
Those enemies should be... No, they didn't actually get in. Shame. Shame. There is something behind me, so I'm going to break a line of sight for both of them. Here.
Reading a flat line.
3 seconds. Can we hold off and not die in 3, 2? Yes. Oh, no, I lied. One of us did. Unlucky. But hey, we did it. We did it though. So hopefully that gives you an insight on how I play my Human Adept. Very CC heavy, very stagger heavy, very crowd control based playstyle. And I know some of you like seeing the score screen. Well, I personally don't care about it. Here you guys go. XP's. You know, I always wonder how much that actually gives towards a level. Sorry, as this. Oh, it was an Apex mission. Yes, that's right. That's the reason why it was a sniper rifle skirmish. And as that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. See ya.